Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to another video. I know it's been a while since I uploaded, a little over a week now. I really wanted to make this video for a long time because I get it all the time. Many people ask me this question: what do I do for a living to afford my cars and what I have? So in this video, we're going to be going over that and just some minor updates with the cars and what we're looking forward to for this coming new year. Guys, I cannot explain to you how much I freaking miss this car. It has been like maybe, I don't know, 2 or 3 months now since it's really been driven. And man, you can't beat a V8. I mean, the feeling that this car gives you is just unmatched. I mean, obviously there's other cars out there that would probably do the same thing, but being that this is my first V8, I bought it brand new. I have such a value to it that I cannot explain to you how much I love this car. It's not going anywhere. People have asked me all the time, what do you like more, the Camaro versus the Audi? Being that they're very similar horsepower. The performance obviously in the RS5 is a little bit more track oriented, being it is the RS5. But this car, there's no better feeling. I love this more than anything in the world right at the moment. So to explain to what I do for a living, I sell drugs. Yep, I go out in the streets and sell drugs. Simple as that. It's the only way to afford some of these cars, you know. You spend $90,000 on an Audi RS5. What's a 22-year-old kid doing? Selling drugs. Just kidding. Bleep that out, bleep that out. Anyways, so what I do for a living, I started out at 18. I was working in a shoe department. I would sell shoes. And basically, to sum it up, I ended up moving into a dealership that sold power sports stuff, so motorcycles, ATVs, snowmobiles, etc. And that was making me a very good living at my age. And that is when I bought this car, my 2021 Camaro 2SS. I purchased it brand new from a dealership in upstate New York, and the obsession started right there. After a few years of working there, I ended up going to my father owns a tree company. Meaning he does all residential tree work, removing trees, trimming trees, power lines, stuff like that. And I became his sales representative for that company. So my job is to go to the customer's house, appraise the job, give them an estimate, and move forward if they choose to. So for all of you guys actually wondering what I do, what's the secret, what's the secret that everybody's talking about? How do they get these cars? How do they afford these cars? Sorry, but there is no good answer besides simple work. Just right now, that's what I have going for me. It's a good enough living to where I can afford what I want. Hopefully, you know, obviously the goal with YouTube is to share my life, educate anybody that I can with what I know, to just to share the true passion that these cars give you, and the feeling of meeting you guys, getting introduced to so many new people, etc. Obviously, you know, YouTube is one thing. Right now I'm just sharing everything that I have, you know, making videos, having fun with the videos, using them as memories. If something comes out of it, great. You know, it's 1 in a million chance, I feel like, to actually succeed on YouTube enough to where you have a big house, all this stuff, you know, etc. I still live at home. I don't have my own house or anything. I literally spend all of my money on these 2 cars. It's as simple as that. There's no real secret. All right, so enough of all the talking. We're gonna get into some more of the content here. I promised you guys an update on the Camaro and the Audi. So the Camaro, right at the moment, it's been in hibernation for a couple months now. A few updates of things I'm buying. So for one, I purchased this wing. If you watched that video, I purchased this wing on Facebook. It was a used ZL1 1LE wing that I found online. I didn't want to spend the $500–600 it cost to get one, so I went ahead and found one on Facebook that was in relatively good condition, no scratches, etc. In the POV drive that I did, one of the winglets actually flew off, and I didn't notice until I got back, so that is forever gone. So I went ahead and I purchased some fix-up pieces. So we have all new winglets on both sides that I have in the house now. All 3 posts are going to be replaced, along with all of the internals. So all the bolts and stuff that are in there are all going to get replaced to finally get this thing back to 100%. Next thing that I went ahead and purchased, coilovers. So I went ahead and I finally did enough research to where I felt comfortable ordering coilovers for this car. So we are going to fix up that hideous, disgusting gap. Right now there's literally like 4 fingers that I can fit in between, and that is just atrocious. So we went ahead and purchased coilovers from KW Suspension. They are the competitive coilovers that should drop this thing about 1.5 to 2 inches. Front and rear. So the rear really doesn't need a whole lot, but we are going to clean it up a little bit. I went and also purchased, not that you'll be able to see that are not on there, I went and did upper control arms and then the lower control arms as well. And what that does is the ones on the Camaro are very flimsy. The rubber bushing in there is very soft, and with the increase in power that I'm going to be putting down by spring, it is a necessity to get a stronger setup. So what that'll do is it actually allows less force to the wheels and more to the chassis. So that way we can actually still put the power to the ground and not feel like we're losing control or anything like that. It's just going to make the car a little bit more solid. And the suspension setup will obviously help with that too, being it's going to be a little bit stiffer. And we can obviously adjust all the rebound, etc., all the stuff to make this car handle all that power and put it to the ground and not necessarily lose control or spin the wheels or anything like that. So as we get closer to the time, which I will give you that date, is January 23rd, that this car is going back to PA to Complete Street Performance to go ahead and get a bunch of work done. I'm not going to say exactly what it is yet until that time comes, because that'll be a big reveal, and I'm so excited. I ordered all these parts back in, I want to say September, and they all finally came in around Thanksgiving time, but the shop's been so backed up and everything like that, they wanted to get me in at a reasonable time for them and me, being that it's winter. I don't really need the car to be under work or anything like that. I'm not driving it, so we're going to get this thing back hopefully by springtime, March, April area, so that this thing can be shown for all that is done to it. On to the Audi. I have some unfortunate news about the Audi. The Audi is a fantastic car. I love every second of it. It's gorgeous. I get way more compliments on this car than I do even the Camaro. However, I'm a little bit disappointed. The reason I say that is because the car is, there's not a whole lot you can do to it. It's so new that the ECU's locked. I can't really use it for work, etc. I mean, it's just, there's not a whole lot to be done to it. And I realized that the money that I spent on this car, I could have 1 to 2 more really great cars that are either V8s that I can build, or things that I can modify more and show off more, So I realized that it doesn't seem that YouTube, I don't really get that many people on YouTube that are looking to look at it. The views aren't that great. So I think sometime in the spring, I change my mind all the time, but we'll see. It might not be staying. I might sell it and get something else. and maybe possibly another V8. I've always wanted a Corvette, so that's something that could come around. Other than that, if I do decide to keep it, wheels will be coming. I will probably end up getting downpipes because I just really want that nasty sound. Maybe some upgraded turbos, fueling system, etc. We'll see what this ECU can handle and what's recommended. Obviously, I actually do have a brand new front splitter that I bought. It's not on the car yet, but I will obviously put that on at some point. The snow, obviously there's not much snow right now, but I'm worried that the car is so low that splitter won't be able to handle it. So anyways, that's gonna pretty much sum up today's video. I hope you found it pretty informational in regards to what I do for a living and how I afford these cars. There's no real secret. It's really just work, and I spend every single dollar that I make on these cars. I don't own a house, etc. It's all just simply all my money from working into these cars. Hopefully that changes. Obviously the money from YouTube, when I start to get there, which I think we are on a pretty steady track to get to that point. When I get that, obviously that'll be a big help, and the more that I get, the better the cars are going to get. So I hope everybody found this informational. If you have any questions, leave it in the comments. If you have any suggestions on what I should do to these cars next, please comment. Anyways, have a great rest of your day, guys. Enjoy your new year, and we'll catch you next year.